Hi, I'm Sean. I just went X1 on Voiceless Voice at the UK Open. I got 5th place, which is, it's nice. This is the deck.
Let's get to it.
So, kind of very standard, 3 low, 3 Saphira, 3 Diviner, and the Trias that it sends. These are kind of the main starters, along with like some of the spells. Wouldn't change anything here. Boarded one of these out quite a bit, one Saphira quite a lot, and going second, this usually came out, but just really nice to have it all there, like game 1. The rituals, 2 Skull Guardian, Cerebus, and a Pengraph. We opted to main Pengraph instead of side. I think it's there's a lot of matchups where Cerebus is not very good. Like all the kind of fusion decks and things in the format. So Pengraph just feels a lot safer to go into turn 1 if I don't know what I'm against. As well as like, if I one die roll, I kind of have to just build as if I'm playing into Tenpai, which this is much better than Cerebus. Then we have the Maximus and the 3 Nadir Servants to search it. This package was really good. Did have to side it out a few times. I was against Fiendsmith Chimera, and they're just actually plussing off of this more than I am. But also into like Droll, if I get Drolled game 1, usually this comes out, plays into Droll. Only happened once, all event, didn't get Drolled on the Nadirs, but it did end up kind of dead in hand when I got Drolled on something else. The continuouses, 3 barrier, 1 blessing, 1 radiance, all really standard, all just wouldn't ever change any of this. Didn't side any of it out, all just kind of, that's how you play the deck. Pre-prep, we're a bit over 40, so I kept it at 3. If I wanted to bring the deck to 40, this would be, first one would be like one of the first cuts. And like sometimes I sided out literally all 3 of these. Almost always sided out 1, but as I say, sometimes all 3 if I'm siding out a copy of the ritual spell. Played 2 copies of the ritual spell, standard. A lot of voiceless pilots like to side one out. I don't usually, because I think you get a lot of weird hands where like you can end up with like Saphira being dead, or like you've floated with it, and I just find the second copy comes up too much. And Prosperity conflicts a little bit with Nadir Servant. Usually it's not a problem, but if you do have to prosper for engine and Nadir's all you find, it's not great. Ended up siding out sometimes, because going second, I would rather see a hand trap than see Prosperity. I would rather find something that's immediately impactful. Non-engine, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Vela, 2 Ghost Ogre. We're on a DD Crow. This is searchable through the Nadir Servant line. 3 Bastioles and 3 Impa. It's a lot of hand traps, but a lot of the game plan into Yubel and into the Snake Eye decks is to reduce the game down, make it really, really simple, and then try to just win off of resolving the continuous spell, or attempting to resolve the continuous spell multiple times. Tikaboo. Bricked against Tenpai. Tikaboo 4. Non-engine. Sat on Tikaboo for 4 turns while I found engine. Getting punched by a Hydra for 4 turns. Couldn't do anything about it. Main deck felt really solid. I wasn't super sold on the Bastioles. I almost, at times, would have preferred they were something else. But I think I got a lot of matchups where they didn't apply, and I think they were important for the matchups. Like, a lot of the matchups where they apply are the more difficult ones. So I don't think I would change them. In terms of extra deck, Secure Guard and Almirage. So these primarily they're for a Droll line with Blessing. you go like Barrier for Blessing, you link the low into Almirage, you add back the low with Blessing, and you go into Secure Gardener, trigger the Blessing. Mandatory. Anima won a game against Tenpai because he left his monster in the Anima column. It was the only reason I could clear because I opened one engine into 4 hand traps, so that's how it is. IP SP. I only ever made IP today when I got drolled. I ended up just like linking like a Magnum and an IP into. I don't know, it was Trius and Low into IP, and then going for Mag on my opponent's turn, go into SP. It's not very good. Like, you could cut the IP, but I think the SP it comes up 1 Dynamondo. So the theory behind 2 is Nibiru lines. In practice, if you are playing into Nibiru that hard, you've probably screwed up somewhere along the line. So don't need to. Second one never came up. Shrek, such as DD Crow. Underworld Goddess, this came up a lot. This is probably the monster I made most in the extra deck, other than the Almirage Secure Gardener. Like, this came up more than SP did. I played into Melodious, and this was like my only way to clear area. Like, I was like, otherwise they're on like Batchat area, and I've lost the game, and that's not where we want to be. Aggregator, this is for Ultimate Slayer, primarily. Never came up. Meteor Burst, summon it off of Pengraph, Floodgates Tenpai. Never managed to summon it against Tenpai, but theory's there. Omega? So this is to remove troublesome things that our opponent has sent with Maximus. You kind of tend to, like, you send first with Maximus, but you tend to have an idea. Against Unchained, I sent, against Yubel, I sent Omega Shrek off of Maximus to clear 2 copies of Yama from their graveyard before punching the Rage. Arclight, Search the Ritual Piece. Garura, mostly a send off of Nadir 7. Draws a card. And then 2 Entis. Mandatory. You need 2, because you can resolve 2 just off of Nadir. Also the best send off of Ultimate Slayer most of the time. Occasionally you'd want to send the Garura, but so that is it for the main and extra. 45 in main, obviously 15 extra. The side deck, 5 Charmies, 3 wind, 2 water. Didn't love the water one. I'd probably not side it again. Foolos, I resolved 1 time, I got 2 draws, I lost that game. 300 quid well spent. 3 Dark Ruler. This is mostly for Yubel. Like, it's not great into Yubel. Like, they can go like Chain Trap, Chain Desiree, things like that. But just need every push I can against Yubel because the matchup is really hard, and sometimes just clearing a Phantom is a problem. So the only time Aggregator came up at all is I sent it off of Maximus to clear a Phantom. 3 Ultimate Slayer. This was the best card in the deck all day. I had Foolos in main for a really long time before deciding to side it, and after playing, this would go in main before Foolos would. Like, Foolos is a dedicated going second card, and this is a dedicated going second card that was like breaking boards by itself. Played into Rescue Ace, sent Entis, put back Sylvia, popped one of the Rescue Ace traps, just cleared the board on its own. Wouldn't have won that game without seeing exactly that. 3 Thorm, good going first card, and the anti-spell that we are that we sacrificed the 3rd Perulia for. Yeah, I mean, you can play really easily under anti-spell. It's only like because you do a lot of placing from deck, or just adding the trap. You play just fine under this. So that's the list. I was really happy with the main deck. The side deck maybe not so much. I found siding really hard all event. I think the Dark Rulers and the Perulias I probably would take out. But I don't know what I'd replace them with. They underperformed, but it's hard to say what would have been better. I wanted to play Ret C, and then I realized I can't clear my own retaliating C in most of the hands, so that would have been an absolutely terrible decision.
Thank you, Sean. Congratulations on your top 5.
Congratulations, man.